children, and welcome to today's Bible story. Jesus had been in Capernaum, where he had healed Peter's mother-in-law. He then went out with his disciples to the whole of Galilee, which is quite a large area, lots of towns and villages to visit. He then came back to Capernaum, where he went into a house to stay. And because that house is important in our story, I thought we might look at how houses were built at that time. I don't know if you remember this model, we did make it quite a long time ago. But you can see that houses were very simple with a flat roof. There may be one room or maybe more than one room, perhaps a room for the animals as well. The houses were made of stone. The most important stone was always put down first, and those are the cornerstones. Because people didn't dig foundations, the cornerstone was very important. It gave stability to the whole building. The windows would be very small, and there would be steps coming up the side, or maybe even just a ladder, to the roof. The roof, as you can see in here, I've got the clay taken back so you can see the wood structure, but it would have had large beams across, and then smaller pieces in between to give stability to the roof. Then some grass matting with clay would be spread over and rolled flat. That would make it nice and watertight. There would be a little wall around the side, and that was to stop people falling off. That would have gone all the way around. There might have been holes to let the water out. So people used to use the roof as an extra room. When it was very hot, they would go up on the roof. We know they went to pray from their roofs. And we know that probably they spent time up there in the very hot weather, maybe even sleeping up there when it got too hot to be indoors. So there's our Bible house. We're in Capernaum, and Jesus is in the house teaching. So many people want to see Jesus. There are crowds and crowds of people, so many in fact that when four men come with their paralysed friend to see Jesus, they just can't get through at all. So they make a plan. They decide to go up the stairs at the side of the house, and they go onto the roof, and they start digging. And they're making a hole that's big enough for their friend to be lowered through to see Jesus. Jesus was so happy to see the faith of those friends. He said to the man, "Son, your sins are forgiven." It may seem strange to say that, to say your sins are forgiven. But at that time, the understanding of people was that if you were ill or you were born disabled, it was perhaps because somebody in your family or you had done something wrong. So the wrong things you did must be forgiven before the healing can come. Nearby were some scribes. Now these were important people, I suppose, at the time, because they used to look after the scriptures. They would copy out the scriptures, and they were experts in the law. In their hearts they were saying, Jesus has done a very bad thing, because nobody can forgive sin except God. In the spirit, Jesus knew what they were thinking, and he said to them, "Why do you think like this? Is it easier to say, your sins are forgiven, or to say, get up, pick up your bed and walk?" And Jesus said, in order that the Son of Man can show that he has all power to forgive sins on earth, I say to you, get up, pick up your bed and walk. And that is precisely what the man did. I really do love this story. I love the faith of those four friends. They just needed to be close to Jesus they knew that in his words were power and healing, compassion and love. And for the paralysed man, his life was changed forever. He came on a bed, but he got to walk home with all of his friends. Isn't that wonderful? So we'll leave our Bible people here for today, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.